guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing a full face of new makeup that I'm obsessed with. So these are all recently sort of newly released products that have come out probably over the last 1 to 2 months. Let me just check. Yep, 1 to 2 months, and they're basically products that I've just been, repetitively using again and again because I genuinely love and adore them. A lot of you have also been asking, can I include tutorials using new products, that I actually think are worth your time and money. So yes, we're going to create a full face look. I'm thinking I might do something super smoky. We'll see how we go, but yeah, if you're interested in seeing a full face using products that I'm just absolutely obsessed with that are totally worth the hype, then please keep on watching. Now, I think I might actually do my eyes first today. Probably should tie my hair up too. Be right back. All right, so now that we're nice up close and personal, I'm actually going to be doing my brows first. That might seem a little bit backwards, but it's near on impossible to create like a full eyeshadow look, a proper eyeshadow look without actually having your brows in place first because they are what frames the eyes. So I've got a product here and I'm not actually sure if I've even mentioned this one on camera. It's a new brow powder. So this is from Kat Von D, and I know there's still drums, but like I said, if I love it, you have to see it. It's called their Brow Struck Dimension Powder. Now this is a really interesting product because it looks like a shimmery brown eyeshadow. Like it's really, really weird, but it's actually a brow powder and I have been using this flat out, like no kidding, flat out for probably a month and a half now. It's such a good formula. So I'm going to take a flat brush and sort of just carefully fill in the brows. Now, because I am going to do my foundation later, we don't really have to worry too much about the brows being overly perfect because I probably will come back and touch them up. But we kind of just want to, get them in place so we can build the eyeshadow look on top. I find this powder really long lasting. I find that it doesn't transfer or anything. I find that it holds up well with my oils. Like it's just a really good brow powder if you are in the market for one. All right, so now that I've got my brows sort of roughly filled in, we're going to move on to priming the eyes. I did feature this in a recent video, I'm pretty sure. These are the new, they're technically not that new. They're called the NARS, what do they call these? The Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Bases. Now, I've always loved this. This isn't a new product, but they've only recently released tinted ones. This was a product that, it does an incredible job at priming the eye, but I could never really get behind it because it was 100% translucent, and I need a little coverage up on these eyelids. Like I've got dark areas, I've got capillaries peeking through, and the eyeshadow, the completed look will look so much neater if you don't have any of that sort of stuff glaring through. Well, they finally released them in colors, and I have never been more happy about it in my life. So I'm just blending that in all the way up to the brow bone as well. These do dry down fairly quickly, so just make sure that you are working fairly fast with them. They do dry down to a really, really nice sort of budge-proof matte finish as well. I still set with the translucent because I'm crazy about that kind of stuff. But you technically, if you don't have oily eyelids like I do, you will not need to. Now for the eyeshadows, I'm so excited about this one, guys. This is the newest Deck of Scarlet palette. This is a brand that I've spoken about plenty of times here on my channel. So basically it's a makeup line, but it's also a subscription service. So basically every second month you pay $29.95 and then you receive like a full eyeshadow palette, and they're not just eyeshadows in here, there's cheek products and lip products as well. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible, and it's even cooler because each month they're in collaboration with a top influencer or YouTuber, and this beautiful burgundy rich deep red warm toned one is in collaboration with Raven Elise. I am diehard fangirl for Raven. I just think she's so gorgeous. Her daughter is the most beautiful little girl. Oh my gosh. And she's a real sweetheart. She's so talented. I'm just obsessed with her. So when I found out that she was the artist in chief for this palette, I was like, oh, stop it. Here she is here. Isn't she just amazing? She does have Instagram and YouTube, but I'm just oh, she's gorgeous. Each palette does come with a little card like this. I'm introducing the artist in chief, and this is Raven's palette. So this one is beautiful. We've got 2 lipsticks, a nude and then a deep burgundy. We have a matte bone shadow for setting the lid. We have a very beautiful shimmery copper and then a deep rich shimmery brown. gold highlighter for the cheeks, and then a beautiful, rich, warm blush tone. Like, it is just perfection. You guys know that I've been working with Deck of Scarlet for a really, really long time now. Every single palette they've released, honestly, is just incredible. And I was lucky enough, I did collaborate on my own palette. I think it was back in January. So this one is edition number 10. But when you do sign up as like a new subscriber, you can actually choose whichever palette you want to purchase to begin with. You would be silly not to get this though. This one is amazing. All right, so first up I'm taking Vibes, and I obviously have used this palette a bunch of times already. This one is like a matte bone shadow. I just love the quality. You know, they're really, really affordable, like $29.95 for all of these. Oh, plus I forgot to mention, they all usually come with like a lip liner and eyeliner as well. This month with Raven's palette, you do get this liquid eyeliner. This is another product I've used a bunch of times, really pigmented and totally budge proof. But yeah, it's just a really cool way to try out new colors, and I'm a sucker for a subscription service. Like, anything that involves me receiving things without me actually having to lift a finger. I'm like, please let me. This isn't a lock-in thing in any way. Like, you are, you know, welcome to cancel your subscription anytime. And they do also have single eyeshadows, and I'm also lucky enough that one of them is named after me. So yeah, if you guys are interested in trying out this service, I do have a link in the description bar that will get you 30% off your first palette. You know, they're cruelty-free, paraben-free, and they're really, really good quality. And it's also awesome to be able to, I think, support, you know, other people in the community that I'm just obsessed with. I'm going to take Bay now, which is actually the blush shade from the palette. Ooh. You know what? Let's do the sticky tape trick. You guys remember that? I feel like I haven't done it in so long. All right, I've got my tape. Do you guys remember this? I used to do it in like every single video. And I think we can all agree Nikkia's wings have been a little out of control lately. So basically what you do is you apply the tape in an angled direction, sort of where you would want your eyeliner to go. And it acts as like a shadow guard as well, and it keeps everything really clean and even. Oh, but you got to make sure you put them on evenly. That don't look that even to me. I gotta angle this one up a bit. There we go. Beautiful. All right, going back into the Deck of Scarlet palette, I'm taking Bay, this beautiful rich coral. Now, this is actually a blush, but the other cool thing about these is, you know, you can use any of the products, you know, in any of the palettes, however and wherever you wish. I used this as the transition shade in a makeup look that I did. Was it last week? It might have been last week, and I was like, stop it, it looked so good. This look is going to be totally fall appropriate too. Actually, this entire palette really seriously gives me fall vibes. Not even fall in Australia. It is spring here. But I'm always so jealous. Like, I feel like people on the other side of the world do fall way better than we do it here in Australia. We don't have pumpkin spice lattes. We don't have snow. We don't have pumpkin candles. Like, it's called autumn here, and no one really even cares at all. Like, you guys are so lucky. Also, your white Christmases. So jealous. It is sweltering hot in Australia at Christmas time. And like, our Christmas days are like barbecues, you know, by the pool, like 40 degrees Celsius weather. Like, everything is like literally backwards here to what most of you are probably used to. I'm jealous of your fall. All right, so that color has blended out beautifully. I love how vibrant it is. And you know what? I think let's go in and make it even deeper. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush, and I'm really going to go to town. Oh, that color. So beautiful. Hey, here's another fun fact. We also don't do Thanksgiving in Australia. I know you're probably all like gobsmacked at this point. It's true though, we don't. I'm going to take Bomb now, this beautiful chocolate brown. Look at this. It's gorgeous, actually. I might show you swatches of these other ones as well. Look how gorgeous they are. This highlighter, stunning. But yeah, I'm going to take a Bomb, and I'm going to start to build that up on the lid. So first packing it right in the outer corner. Maybe we'll do a halo eye. Have I done one of them recently? I probably have. So I'm first just packing that on, and then what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll blend it. Now this one does change, it's quite versatile depending on how you apply it. So if you do apply it like this and then blend it out with a blending brush, it looks a lot more matte. But if you use like, you know, your finger to apply it, or you use a wet brush to apply it, it comes up really shimmery. Like one of those cool eyeshadows that, I don't know, you can sort of do anything with. And you will find that because of that, when you do come in to blend it, if you want the color to be really intense, I mean, you can wear it intense, or you can wear it in sort of like more of an opaque way, but I blend through the crease and then I come back and pack it back on the lid just to keep it really vibrant. All right, so coming back and packing that on and then blending that out one more time. Look at the fallout. That's why this sticky tape is so good too. Like if you are doing like a genuine smoky eye, you know, like I am, for starters, always do your foundation last. But, you know, even then, so if you don't want to, you can use this tape trick to kind of catch that shadow. And blending on this side. You can see here I'm sort of smoking it upwards sort of through the crease as well. But I'm keeping this area of my lid free because we're going to pack that beautiful rich copper shade on there. And if you apply like a deep eyeshadow first, sometimes those sorts of colors don't pop as much. Now to keep that center portion of my eye really bright, I'm gonna go back in with the eyeshadow primer and pop it on the back of my hand because it is a lighter color. If I didn't mention earlier, I am the shade light in this, so I do use the shade light. The dark, I think it's deep, and the medium one are also gorgeous. You know, you can just apply them over the entire lid and they actually act as like a deeper shadow. It looks so good. All right, so with that eyeshadow primer, I'm gonna pick it up on a brush and then I'm gonna pack it right in the center of the lid. Also a really good formula to cut the crease with if you are looking to do that. I have tested it in that way and it works beautifully like that as well. All right, taking the beautiful copper shade, I'm gonna take it on my finger. This one's really pretty. It's a copper, but it's also got like a pink sort of shift through it. I'm gonna pat that right in the center of the eye. Oh my God. Hello, pigmentation. How gorgeous is that? It's like a really buttery, creamy, sort of metallic, shimmery color. And then going back in with the flat brush, I'm just gonna blend sort of the edges of that copper out so that it transitions nicely into the deep brown. For the lower lash line, I actually think I'm going to keep it all deep brown, but I will come back and do that after. Let's do some eyeliner first. The other cool thing about the tape, like it's so quick and easy to do a wing. So taking the eyeliner that comes with the palette, and like I said, I have tested this a bunch of times. It is totally oily skin safe. I'm going to start. It's super black too, like it's crazy. All right, so now that we're done with the lid, we're going to move on to the tail. And honestly, all you have to do, literally draw the wing up against the tape. And it's done. Like it does the hard work for you. See, like that? And you don't have to worry about being messy or drawing over the tape because it just acts as like a guide. Then all you do to look like some kind of makeup professional pro MUA, peel the tape off. Oh, look at that. And we will come back and clean this up with a makeup wipe later, but it's honestly so much easier. Now through the lower lash line, I'm going to take that same brown, look at it, oh. Got it everywhere, and I'm gonna smudge that. Kind of trying to decide if I should probably do an eyeliner on my waterline, shouldn't I? Obviously when we apply foundation and concealer and all of that, this will look a whole lot neater. I actually love the transformation of doing your eyes first and you're like, oh my gosh, hot mess, what have I done? Then you put foundation on and you're like, damn. That looks snatched. Gonna apply a couple of coats of mascara now. I'm still going strong on the NARS Climax mascara. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I've spoken about it heaps of times. You guys have heard me talk about it heaps of times. It's just a really awesome transfer-proof mascara. And it gives you lots of volume and lots of length. I love it. All right, mascara is all done and moving on to lashes now. I'm going to be using the Nikki Cosmetics, so this is obviously my line, and the Selina Lashes. These are from our 3D Luxury Silk collection and they're just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So I think I will use these. All right, so these are the lashes up close. They've got super, super thin, comfortable, flexible bands, and they're also totally safe for any of you who do have sensitive eyes like me. And because they are a 3D silk, you can use these up to 25 times, which is awesome. So just putting that down. Oh, that is exactly what I wanted. Yes, super, super smoky. Oh, I love that. If any of you are interested in picking these up, I do have a coupon code Nikkia, and that will get you 15% off. And we do ship worldwide for free on any purchase over $40. Oh, I'm obsessed. So happy with how this came out. All right, I'm gonna zoom you guys back out and we're gonna start to work on my face. My My skin's kind of playing up. It's really weird. It's been perfect for weeks, and then randomly this morning, of course the day that I need to film, it just starts playing up. All right, so moving back onto skin, new primer that I am just, this is a drugstore primer. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Pore Minimizing Skin Primer. This is one of the most amazing drugstore primers, like literally ever. I'm obsessed with it. They've got this one and the skin smoothing one, and I adore them both. They are, I think, pretty sure, they're definitely the latest releases from CoverGirl in Australia. Now, this is a skin smoothing primer and a pore minimizing primer that doesn't create like that super slippery texture to the skin that majority of sort of those kinds of primers do. It is just amazing. Feels so smooth on the skin, and it kind of like dries down and really settles in. It just feels like a light moisturizer. It's gorgeous. And then for foundation, another brand new release, and this is one that I've just continually used ever since I did do the full first impressions and review here on my channel. So this is the IT Cosmetics Oil-Free CC Matte, and this is a full coverage CC cream that just, oh, it looks so beautiful. And if you do have oily skin, she's totally safe. I have got the shade medium tan here. If you are interested in seeing, you know, exactly how this one wears on my skin, I did do like the full wear test in the review video. I did wear it for over 12 hours. I'll link that one down below so you can go check it out. It's just so beautiful. The coverage is amazing. It feels lightweight on the skin. It doesn't look like, you know, really gross and sort of heavy. It doesn't feel gross and heavy. I'm just obsessed with it. They definitely did a really, really good job of this one. And I do get a lot of questions comparing it to the original. I haven't actually tried the original, so I can't really sort of say, you know, or even comment on the differences between the two because, yeah, I haven't tried it. Like, can we talk about how nice it looks on the skin? Look at that. Look at that. So just working this in with a sponge and then blending it over. I'm just being kind of quite careful sort of around my brows. Obviously, I don't want to completely just go over the top of them. And then I will probably tidy them up just a little, you know, because, yeah, it is kind of tricky to miss them entirely, but you know. All right, moving on to concealer now. This is the newest release from MAC. This is the MAC 24-Hour Smooth Wear Concealer. It's from their Studio Fix line. Brand new, and I did recently do a full like first impression application demo 12-hour review on this, so I will link that again down below as well. But just as a spoiler, it is completely crease proof. Like literally amazing. Now, one thing that I did learn sort of since filming that video is you want to blend it straight away. It does dry down quite fast and set in place, which is obviously, you know, 24-hour formula, but I just cannot deal with how crease proof this is. Like, it is amazing. It's really beautiful and smooth on the skin as well. Like, I'm obsessed. Many concealers that don't sort of settle do definitely have fine lines just through the lower lash line, sort of close to my eyes. And constantly, I've got concealers sort of creasing and settling in there, and it just drives me nuts. Well, this is pretty much the first one that I've come across that literally does not at all. I'm applying that in the under eye area. This is NC25, and it's very light. I'm gonna put a little through my T-zone. I mean, it highlights and everything. Like, it's a good thing. I probably need the NC30 though. And then blending those out as well. Oh, yes. Just looks so nice on the skin. Apologies, I don't actually have a new setting powder, you know, a newly released setting powder that I've been obsessed with. So I'm going to take a translucent one and applying that to the under eye areas on a sponge. I probably will use it over the entire face with a sponge actually. I'm also going to be adding a little bit more shadow underneath the lower lash line to sort of smoke out that harsh line that we've created with the concealer. We'll do that in a minute. And then on a small pencil brush, I picked up a little of Bay from the Deck of Scarlet palette. And I'm very softly going to smoke out that brown underneath the lower lash line. All right, moving on to cheeks, I've got this brand new palette from Sigma. This is their Sculpt Highlight and Contour palette. I am so impressed with the formula in this. So basically, it's a palette that comes with 3 matte contouring shades, a shimmery sort of, I mean, it could be a highlighter or a bronzer really. It depends on what skin tone you are. And then, yeah, like 3 sort of shimmery highlighter bronzer-ish shades across the top. This is such good quality, honestly. And they've done a really amazing job with the shade selection in this as well. So I'm going to take, I might mix a little bit of faking it and throwing shade or throw shade. And I'm taking that on an angled contouring brush. formula is so good. They honestly killed it with this palette. They're extremely smooth, like they're extremely soft. Yeah, they've just done so well. I do have a code for Sigma. I think it's Nikki Joy. I'll link, you know, anything like that down below, you know, if you want to grab something for cheaper. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I actually think this is likely going to be replacing quite a few of my other contouring and highlighting palettes. Like, it is good. Then for blush, I'm going to go back into the Deck of Scarlet palette and take Bay. This is the same shade that we've used pretty much everywhere else. And I'm going to apply that sort of right upwards across my cheekbone, carrying it up to the temple. Applying your blush in this sort of a direction helps to really sort of lift and pull the face back, as opposed to only applying it here, which ages you. I want to do a whole video on like applying blush and like, you know, the ways to do it and the ways to not do it, because honestly, if you do it, you know, not in a way that sort of suits your face shape and everything else, it will make a huge difference. I'm going to take a little of the highlighter out of this palette too. This one's called Literally, and it's like a really pretty shimmery gold. But then over the top of it, I'm going to use the Fenty Diamond Bomb, because ever since I first tried it, I've been obsessed. Like, I've been layering it with all of my highlighters. Oh, this one's really pretty though. Oh, we are glowing. Actually, let's put that on the eyes too. Put a little of that right in the inner corners. And I'm going to do my brow bone with it too. Woo! All right, taking the Fenty one now, and like I said, I'm obsessed. This is like a translucent, very, very, very shimmery, like it's not... They're not chunky glitter pieces, but they kind of can look a little bit like that on the skin. They're gorgeous. I'm just taking that on the same brush, tapping off most of the excess, and very softly layering that over the top. It just, oh, I don't know. I just can't stop wearing it. I love it. And it's only a brand new release. Actually, she's just brought out her holiday collection too. Oh, I do have that somewhere. I need to test them out as well. Oh, love this. And then to finish, I think I might use the nude lipstick from the palette. This is Shambles. Oh, my entire life. A lot of people are really freaked out, you know, by having lipsticks and eyeshadows in the one palette, and I totally get that. I'm with you. But these ones have like the top cover split in half, so you can cover your lipsticks when you're using the powders, so that you don't have any transference of powder. Yeah, I'm taking Shambles. It's a really pretty creamy nude. I did wear this, I feel like in a couple of videos ago. I had a lot of questions about it. I want this color in a bullet. It's actually perfect. All right, so that is what that lipstick looks like alone. But I did also want to show you, this here is one of the lipsticks from the new Urban Decay Naked Cherry collection. This is called Juicy, and it's like a kind of metallic-ish nude. I have been wearing this over nude lipsticks a lot lately, just in the center of my lips. It's probably going to be a little difficult to see in the studio lighting, but it gives the most beautiful sheen to the center of the lips, and I just, oh, it looks so good. So there you have it, guys. That is the finished look. I'm so happy with how this turned out. It is definitely smoky, exactly the way that I wanted it. Yeah, it's also very fall appropriate. So for all of you who are over the other side of the world, who are not here in Australia, I mean, it's going to be perfect for spring for us too, to be honest. Like, oh, look at that copper. Love it. So I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. Like I said, these are all products that I have been using and loving for some of them only 1 month, quite a few of them actually nearly 2 months now. So yeah, just really, really good stuff that's actually worth your time and your money. So if there's anything new that you've tested or that you've been obsessed with lately, please let me know in the comment section, because I would obviously love to try it as well. And I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I love you guys heaps, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye.